Okay, this is Sacrifice of the Souls. It is a companion quest for Emmerich. It is also the quest where we will get his heroic armor. And depending on the choice you make when choosing the armor choice, it is also potentially a trophy for Death Becomes Him. Death Becomes Him trophy. We are after the blood of our Lathan. So just to give you sort of a sense of when it finally popped for me. And we are in his room. And check the description for timestamps for chests and other good information.
Myrna, hello. I assume Vorgoth's not far behind.
We have her, Rook. We have her. We know exactly what she's planning.
The professor asked us to research the artifact that came into the possession of Johanna Hezenkos.
She carries a gloaming lantern.
That bad as it sounds?
They were fashioned in ages past by unscrupulous necromancers. The lanterns steal and concentrate life.
Johanna could use it to leech life from hundreds at a time. An endless source of power.
It's horrifying.
A lantern that sucks the life out of people?
Their very souls. But we know where Johanna will be.
She has returned to Blackthorn Manor.
Hezenkos intends to hold a soiree.
That can't be her whole plan.
No, but I propose a small group infiltrate Johanna's lair while she's distracted and destroy her lantern.
Let's do it.
Vorgoth and I must return to the necropolis.
Hunt well.
If only we could make Johanna see reason.
You tried before. She seems stubborn.
Perhaps that's why she attained immortality, while I quake on the threshold. If I make my own bid for lichdom. Oh, it's no use pretending this hasn't stirred up that old dread of my own mortality.
Maybe that's healthy.
You could also be having a normal reaction to facing danger every other day.
No, it shouldn't be this crushing, this prevalent. No. Johanna was never beset by these sort of fears.
Well, a little fear's healthy. You'll feel better once we crush her lair and destroy that lantern. Promise.
Sacrifice of Souls. Back to Blackthorn Manor. Now, everybody that we're going to be fighting is weak to necrosis, so I have my necrosis stuff on. And I am going to take Harding. A combo on Sundered.
Okay, so the plan is basically to sneak around, find Hezenkos' lantern, and smash it. That's quite a crowd over in the manor.
Johanna's gathering. If she's mingling there, we'll be spotted. Fortunately, we have someone who could pass as a servant.
You ready for this, Manfred?
Manfred? Did you pour
like
fancy
Manfred?
wine and nod?
Yeah.
Send him in.
Right, Manfred. You're to find Johanna's guests and help us gather information on where her workshop might be. We'll be watching in case anything occurs.
He's like, I got this.
Something's going to occur.
Once we find and destroy Johanna's lantern, we'll end whatever she's planning. Hopefully before she introduces the lantern to her guests.
Okay, we're gonna go
Should
get
be
some.
enough time for Manfred to blend in as a servant.
Let's find a place inside
Here,
to
grab that
observe
real
him
quick.
quietly.
Right.
So when you were here before, there were 2 chests down here, and there are no new chests down here, but there's some...
There are far fewer corpses here than there should be.
crystals. But if you didn't get them, the chests before, they're still probably gettable because they are still here. So you want to grab those. That one, and then this next one. And you can always grab more etheric remnant for purchasing stuff from like the wisp and everything. So there's a second chest. Now, also, if you were here before, you can also drop down this ladder from the guest room. That will get you in upstairs. Actually, that's how I went in during my first run. I think we'll go in the front door, and I know where to go. I just don't know what's waiting for me through the front door because I didn't go that way. We'll see.
Let's find
well,
another
see,
way
you have
in.
to go this way anyway.
Johanna's last guests must already be in attendance.
There's a lot of people here. Hezenkos must be planning to drain their souls with her lantern.
But what's it all for?
Raise more.
Sounds like the party's in that main hall where we confronted Hezenkos.
Perfect. We can watch Manfred discreetly from the balconies.
And see if Hezenkos has that lantern on her.
Manfred is right by the central seal on the left side.
There's Manfred. And Johanna.
But no lantern.
He's facing the dice.
You were saying about a shrine in the manor.
Yes, a shrine revealed by a spectral tome, which, as an expert, I could read if our host ever lets
That's
me
where
into the
Manfred is.
library.
Luckily, this is nothing.
I could question the deceased there about the location of Johanna's lantern.
Well, if a book can lead us to the shrine, let's hit the library.
Alright, so let's head down. Is this the kitchen? Yeah.
The library's to the east, right? Where we closed
Unique if you
Hezenkos'
need
portal into the Fade.
Why'd she come back to this mansion anyway?
Johanna must have a workshop hidden here. Likely where she's
Anything new
prepared
in
whatever
here?
she plans to empower with this lantern.
Nope, nothing new. Alright, there's going to be undead in here. Superior undead mage. Superior undead warrior. Let's get rid of
Undead, coming this way.
Johanna's creatures. You must deal with them quickly.
Oh wait, it's already done.
I'd expected Johanna to post more guards.
Maybe she didn't want to scare
Royal
her
elf
guests.
fruit. Be sure
Let's
to
see
grab
if we
that
can find
box.
that book pointing to the ancestral shrine.
Alright, last time I was here, it was over here. Let's see if it's random or not.
What about this?
This was it.
That book just snarled at me.
So it appears to be the
Ah,
same.
There's our spectral tome. Well done.
'Cause this was
It's
the
not
same for
opening.
me twice.
One must be delicate. That guest of Johanna's claimed to be an expert in spectral literature.
And was interested in the shrine. Let's have Manfred hand him the book, see what he says.
Okay, we're back in the servants' wing. Right outside the door.
Were you waiting for us? Manfred, take this tome to the man asking about the shrine, please.
Don't worry. We'll watch from the balcony.
There he goes.
What's this? The Spectral Guide to Blackthorn Manor? There now. I only want to look up one thing. There is an ancestral shrine in the northwest wing.
Perfect. Let's go to the shrine.
Yes, the deceased there should be most helpful in finding Johanna's lantern. This way to the shrine.
So many people. Is Hezenkos really popular or something?
Johanna never made friends easily.
This is the door we've all been trying to get into since the first time we were here. We can now get in.
Shrine's locked.
We must find a... Manfred?
What's he got there? Is this a key to the shrine?
Excellent, Manfred.
Yay, Manfred.
Oh my. A body from the house of the Verheims, prepared during the Storm Age.
Well, obviously.
Well, anyone can see that.
We'll have to inter it safely in the necropolis. Afterwards.
Time to find Hezenkos. He's all yours, Emmerich.
By flame and seal. By light and flood. Open your eyes once more.
Who dares disturb?
Friends to the dead.
Friends, this one was abandoned. Lost.
Emmerich, it's getting noisy.
He's unusually obstinate. Speak! Where is Hezenkos?
Prove yourselves. What claim have you to the deceased? A willing dead companion. This one concedes. Hezenkos makes a thing that should not be. Red tapestry. Look there.
Rook, did you hear that? Manfred just...
I know. Also, we should move.
Oh, he can talk. Manfred, say something else. Come now, you just spoke.
We have to go.
Yes, yes.
Okay, room to the right to start. Gonna get the glacial loop ring. Chilled damage. Plus damage versus chilled enemies. Plus chilled duration. Everybody here is strong to cold, so... So this is the chest we've all been seeing from the servant's wing that we've been trying to get to. Death's Beacon. It is a stave for Emmerich. Attack my target. Applies necrosis versus demons and the undead. Which we're fighting. This whole area is undead, so that's nice. Entire party deals plus 25 damage. So I guess I'll take that because we are fighting undead here. Stagger's lower, but damage is higher. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Next chest. Striking Misfortune, light armor, necrotic damage, necrotic resistance. I actually want my plus 50 maximum mana, so I'm going to stay with the jumpers, Def leopards. Jumpers, Def leopard. Anyway, moving on. Tragedy writ in stone. Mournwatch entry. The cellar. Another unique potion. Health potion.
More undead.
Yeah, forgot he was here. Detonate sundered.
How does work? We're on the right track.
Where's that red tapestry?
Okay, first thing we're gonna do is interact here so that this can advance.
Secret door.
Manfred, could you please squeeze through and open the door?
Okay,
from
while
the
that
other
is going
side?
on, we're gonna solve part of this.
Aha! I knew I didn't imagine him speaking.
We're gonna match the
How come
marks.
Manfred talk now?
He began as a wisp that embodied what most wisps do. Curiosity. I knew he was learning quickly outside the necropolis,
one.
but this level of complexity is remarkable.
And that's
One on the
good,
right.
right?
Harding, it is magnificent.
Well, I can't wait to chat more with Manfred.
Good work, Manfred.
Hope this leads to where Hezenkos is keeping that lantern.
I can only imagine what she's planning to use it for.
Gilded invitation. Mournwatch entry. Essence Vortex Ring. Abilities now cost plus 50 mana, momentum, rage more to activate. Because I did try this out and all of my abilities went from 2 to 3. So it's 50% or plus 50 more mana, not just straight 50. But you get plus 30% ability damage, and using an ability now heals you for 1 health per mana spent. So you could get healed like 150 if you use one, that kind of thing. Now we're going to take this wisp over here to get the third lever. Seneschal's notebook. And then this is the third one. That will open this door. And get us this treasure chest.
Oh, another shrine.
Time-worn mage knife if you're a mage. Gain 2 and this is the third one I've got, I guess. So I can, if I use this, I can gain 250 health just from triggering an arcane bomb, which sounds nice.
Did anyone else feel a draft just now?
Crumbling note. For the fairest of flowers, may she keep her bloom in death. Aw, very sweet. Another ultimate potion if you need it. I think that's all here.
This must lead to Johanna's workshop.
What's that through the wall?
Not terrifying at all.
Oh my word!
How'd she get something that big in here?
I thought you and your little friends might worm your way to my party for Karen.
Johanna, even half Lich, you can't control something this massive.
Such little babes.
Okay, we're gonna be
That glow on the skeleton up there?
superior frenzy dead. There, ravenous dead. Do not underestimate these guys. They're kind of a little crazy.
That's Hezekiah's lantern.
She's going to use the life stored in it to reanimate that monstrosity.
I'm gonna
Quickly,
keep them
we
bottlenecked
must reach
where
the lantern.
possible. Get them to come up here. I guess they won't.
That one's all set.
Someone follow up!
I'm gonna put on my Ravage rune and see if we can't use some electricity on these bad guys. 'Cause they are some crazy. Back up! Criminy! Pick up their loot. Just a knife. That's what I got last time, was like just a knife. Fade touched ore. Terror's Visage, common appearance. And I cannot say I got everything in this little maze area. Ink splattered. Nope. These are the invitations she sent out. He dared plagiarize some of my work. How dare he?
This is a revenge list.
Johanna was never one to refuse a long
And
and
back to
complex
start.
approach.
People from the
Think we got
party.
everything.
You?
Unsurprising?
And Manfred.
How dare she?
Necrosis and electricity in these guys. Okay, before you go in the door, we're gonna go outside. Glacial Talus Epic Ring. Damage increases with your current mana. Is what I just unlocked. I had all the other three. Damage increases. But I'll take it. I will take it. Yep, every time. Drop this bomb right in the middle. Necrosis and electricity, all right there. God, I love that. Was it Torrent? The electrical ability? It's amazing. It just goes on for like ever. Alright, you can have that one. You can have that one. I don't think we need a combo.
Get that one up!
Finish it.
Finish it. Oh! Yeah. Protected dead. Stop it! Let's do detonate sundered on this guy. Barrier off first.
That was a lot of undead.
You may as well weave the fuel in a bonfire.
I'm seeing why Hezenkos failed that Lich morality test.
We must make haste to that lantern.
I'm gonna get Harding top me off real quick. There she goes.
Unbelievable! Johanna's stolen a chamber from the Grand Necropolis and transposed it under Blackthorn Manor.
How do you steal a part of a city? That's impressive.
The Necropolis's walls here are still intact. No wonder we couldn't sense what she's been creating.
Okay, once we drop down, we're gonna fight the Death Chill Pride Demon. Like everything else in this chapter, which is nice, he is weak to necrosis, so we don't have to change anything.
Don't think I can't sense your something sneaky about.
Oh, I wish Manfred stayed about.
He'll be fine. We'll handle this.
That barrier off, and then we will Emmerich on him. Armored Undead, Superior Armored Undead, and Death Chill Pride Demon. We're going to get the barrier off the demon, and then do a combo attack, complete with electricity, and try and take him out almost immediately. And then focus on... Sundered, Sundered, and Tempest. Charge it. Alright, he's gone. Now we have to worry about the other guy. What was that? No, 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 no! Damn it. So did not mean to do that at all. It's okay, I wasn't going to use it later anyway, but it's not the point! I hate when I try to lock on and run.
And can you release that ladder?
Ah, it's my own fault.
Thank you, Manfred.
Alright, let's pick up the loot. We're going to get
safe.
the Innervate Legendary Rune. All healing is converted to mana for 10 seconds. So I suppose, I haven't tested it, but the way I read this is you activate it and then you heal and it goes to mana instead of healing. That's the way I read this. Is there a unique potion around here? Unique ability potion. Just in case I want it. Okay.
There's the lantern. You gonna free the spirits inside?
We must, before we can destroy it.
Like back when you were freeing those spirits Hezenkos trapped in the manor? That took a lot out of you.
I must
I
try.
have no
Look.
idea if there's anything back here. It just occurred to me I didn't look last time. Nope. Alright.
Emmerich?
There are too many trapped spirits. I'm sorry. I can't. Another lash of power might end me.
Coward!
What's that, Valkaran? Afraid to chance death for your precious spirits? For all your fine words on the subject, only I had the courage to risk my life for our art.
He's plenty courageous.
I've seen Emmerich face worse than you.
I'm not the one so paralyzed by fear I couldn't seize immortality.
Johanna! Listen to me. You're right. I've never overcome fear of that final dark. I miss having a friend that could.
Yes. Always the idealist.
I'm sorry Lichdom failed you. I swear I would have helped you had you come to me. But puppeting this creature...
Puppet? Puppet? Do you think I'm staying a failed lich? I won't command my greatest creation! I will become it! Good to see you, friends. Scoffing colleagues, interfering Templars, inept rivals. You all have a place in my heart. And tonight you will fuel my ascension at the cost of your miserable lives. Move!
Bad!
You think you can stop me?
Okay, so she is separate from the puppet behind her. And we can't lock onto her until she, like, moves out of the area. Oh, not... No, what?
My greatest work and conquer this city.
There she is. Alright, so she's vulnerable to necrosis. resistant to cold, like everything else that's been here. We're gonna get her down to about take off about a third of her health, and then she's gonna go back up to the puppet, and we'll deal with some minions and stuff. And then when we get her back down to half health or so, there's gonna be some armored undead, and that's what happened last time. So we're gonna do Sundered. And Chain Lightning.
Did you do that?
Yes.
And I'm going to charge Beam. Okay, so we're down to about a third. Now, once you get a third, you can't do any more damage to her. So it's like sort of like, don't waste any of your resources. Alright, here come the minions. Alright, there's one superior. We'll do
Finish it. Aren't you persistent? Fine. I'll go.
Alright, she is back out. We're going to do another combo. Along with my lovely Tempest that I love so much.
About time.
Watch that beam.
I'll crush you myself if I must.
Charge, and she's back up.
I'll be sure to bury you all in the same tomb.
Okay, now we have 2 armored.
That one's all set.
This one, please. Charge. There we go. The armor off. Alright, she's back out, but I want to get rid of some of this.
That one, quickly.
Electrical. Get his armor off. I'm gonna focus on the minions solely because of cooldowns and stuff.
I've made that one ready.
Okay, highs and costs. They are back. Another combo. Let me get closer for the jump. Closer for that. Charge my beam.
This isn't working.
Okay, that is normal. When you get down far enough, she's gonna say this isn't working. Get behind a pillar.
Enough playing. Your pointless lives will fuel my triumph.
Because you want to hide from those flashes.
Feel good.
So be behind a
She's
pillar.
draining life from us. We must find shelter.
Right.
Okay.
You can't free the spirits in that lantern?
It might kill me and not even work. No living thing can approach it and... Manfred! Come back!
Manfred!
Any last words, Volkaren, before I... Oh, you miserable little...
Manfred!
Manfred! Make that asshole pay.
Kick her ass, Emmerich.
By the spirits bound here, night and shadow, light and blood.
What are you doing?
Let your chains loosen. Let the Fade draw close.
You'll never succeed, you old fool!
I release you to the air.
No! You small-minded...
There goes her hand.
Emmerich, how's Manfred holding together?
We must go to the necropolis. His body could only take so much. But I underestimated him, Rook. What bravery in the heart of the dead. And how he grew. Manfred disobeyed me beautifully. He was his own soul at the end.
Can you bring him back?
I will ask.
Emmerich Volkaren. You were not expected so soon.
I'm here for you.
If I can do anything to help.
Thank you. But this must come from me. My lord, I come regarding Manfred, my fallen companion.
Yes, there are ways to return his spirit. But should you do this, Lichdom falls from your grasp.
What? Why?
Lichdom is long. If I'm to stand outside death, I must make peace with others passing through it.
What would we otherwise become? How many exceptions till tyranny? Revive him and remain mortal. Or let him slumber and join us.
Emmerich.
Manfred chose to help us. Am I too weak to accept his well-earned rest? I yearn for Lichdom, Rook, but leap into something greater, that everlasting light. Do I revive him and live out my days? Or do I honor death by letting him rest and protect this world through immortality?
Okay, so here's the heroic legendary armor choice for Emmerich. Now, for Emmerich, you're going to get a follow-up quest. If you choose to bring back Manfred, you will get a quest called Heir to the Dead. And if you complete that, you will also get a trophy for Death Becomes Him. You'll get the Death Becomes Him trophy. If you decide to become a Lich, you will get another quest called Will and Testament, and you will get the different armor. We're going to go through them one at a time. I'll show both endings, and we'll go over both armors and like all that stuff. So first of all, we'll go through and we will bring back Manfred.
Mortality's a hard price, but you'd miss Manfred.
Oh, of course I would. But a Watcher should be more accepting of loss, of grief, of his own death in turn.
You're braver than you know, Emmerich. You've always risked your life. Against Hezenkos, against the gods.
Death's abyss always recedes with someone to brave it for.
I think facing a lot of things would be easier if Manfred was back.
Oh, he was fearless. He has so much potential, Rook. So far to grow.
Then help him do it.
You're absolutely right. I'll need your help. Rest easy, Manfred. We'll soon have you back amongst the living.
Okay, I'm going to include the other quests in this video. So, Crested Focus, rare keepsake for Emmerich. Okay, Heir to the Dead.
See if he's ready to bring back Manfred.
I've made my preparations, Rook. Will you help me restore Manfred to the world of the living?
I'll do whatever I can.
Thank you. We must go to the necropolis once you're ready.
Necropolis? And this doesn't matter at all.
We have found new hauntings. They must be dealt with.
Heir to the Dead.
Okay, Emmerich.
Because you convinced Emmerich to revive Manfred, he must seek aid from the inhabitants of the necropolis.
Back into his body. By pact and pledge, I seek an audience. By light and breath, let wisdom come. You've met these spirits before, but I've never properly introduced you. Rook, allow me to present two Necropolis Guardians, the keepsake of ages and far-sighted Curio.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you both very much for helping with Manfred.
How polite. How fine.
Good manners in mortal kind, beyond the spirit callers at last.
Friends, my assistant, my ward, Manfred, sacrificed himself to save us.
We'd heard you'd abandoned Lichdom to bring him back. Your work, your dreams.
You paid the price. But it seems there are many flickers of curiosity in the Fade.
And only one you seek. Draw his wisp near. Speak.
Can I help?
Yes, please. Think of Manfred. Tell me something you felt about him. Concentrate.
He loved you. He was resilient. He never stopped trying. Let's go with he loved you.
He was always excited to be around you, Emmerich. If spirits can learn to love, he loved you.
In the sea of the Fade, there are wakes left by our passing. Our desires, our fears. I leave this beacon for you, Manfred. Follow my voice. Return to me, please.
Little peek.
Manfred?
It worked.
Hooray!
Magic like you.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful indeed.
Thanks for stitching that seam on my coat, Fred. It was coming loose. And nice new threads yourself.
Thank you.
Yes, we needed something to mark him as an apprentice around the necropolis.
It's a good fit. See you around.
Yes!
Hello, Manfred.
How you doing, Manfred?
Alive!
He's excited for his training. Manfred's spellcraft is coming along nicely, more or less. Some undead have the potential to cast magic. I believe his was unlocked by his journey through the Fade.
Ah, what was that like?
Dunno.
You mean you don't know?
Dunno.
We must work on that enunciation. Why don't you fetch the primer?
That is so cute somehow.
Oh, our talking skeleton is learning more words.
He's already picked up shan't from somewhere.
As he grows, Manfred will better learn to take care of himself. I won't worry so much when I pass on.
How do you feel about that last part?
I have moments of regret for what Lichdom might have been. But none would make me exchange this for anything.
Okay. Heir to the Dead is complete. Excuse me. So now we get his Hero of the Veilguard armor. His skill is Life's Embrace. It's the Veilguard skill that was unlocked. And his armor is Graven Vestments. So if you bring Manfred back to life and stay mortal, detonations deal 50% damage versus health while you are at low health. Detonations grant you invulnerable while you're at low health. So that is the armor if you bring him back. And then we'll look at the skill real quick. And then his heroic skill that you get by choosing to bring Manfred back, your low health threshold is now increased by 10%, and the party deals 50% more damage while you have low health. So that's his Life's Embrace Veilguard skill. Okay, so now I'm going to reload a save, and we will go through the other side. Okay, so now this time we're going to choose Become a Lich. We will let Manfred go to pursue Lichdom.
Emmerich, Lichdom is your life's work, your dream.
I imagined I knew its price. If I haven't even the strength to accept Manfred's sacrifice, I would outlive you all, Rook.
Would you still remember us?
Always. Kept alive in Lichdom's immortal memory. Death's swift touch, held back for all time.
If you really want to go beyond death, I think you have what you need to let all of us rest.
And peace shall follow. You're right. After I make my farewells, I will undergo the last rites of Lichdom. And Rook, thank you.
Okay, Sacrifice of Souls. Now we're going to get a follow-up quest called Will and Testament. Crested Focus.
Emmerich probably has to prepare before becoming a Lich. I should see how he's doing. Why is it so cold in here?
Oh. Greetings.
Rook, you remember Vorgoth? We were discussing some preparations for my lichdom.
I shall be with you until the end.
Feeling all right?
Collecting your thoughts before the big day?
Mm-hmm.
Lots of them.
I've so much to do. Crafting a glamour, for example. After lichdom, I'll need an illusion of my mortal appearance for polite company.
Good call.
I've told Harding about the ritual. I'll inform the others afterwards. Rook, would you accompany me during the final rites as witness to my lichdom?
Of course.
Thank you. When you have time, I'll send word to the necropolis.
And this doesn't matter. Doesn't matter who you choose.
Rook, hello.
New spirits haunt the land.
Will and Testament.
What's this lichdom rite actually like?
I must pass through the gates and meet the oldest forces in the necropolis. A final appraisal of my soul.
Hail the living! Emmerich Volkarin and his chosen witness, Rock, the challenger who has rebuked the cruel elven gods.
Collect yourselves for the right.
I'm afraid this is as far as you're permitted. If anything should perchance go wrong, what things we've already seen. Thank you for taking me on, Rook.
Glad to have you.
There's not another necromancer I'd rather have by my side.
Truly?
Truly. Good luck, Emmerich.
I am come to be judged by the dead.
Emmerich?
I see so much more clearly now. The deeper eddies of the Fade, the pulse of the necropolis. I have been through blood and darkness, and I have emerged into light.
It's a good look for you.
Face is gonna take a little getting used to. But if you're happy, I'm happy.
I feel so much myself. There are vistas before me, and each presents a lifetime's joyful work. All thanks to a friend who helped me find a clear and steady heart. Thank you for coming, everyone. Please, bear with me. This will be rather difficult to explain. I may appear the same as always, as I stand before you, but I've recently undergone a ritual that...
I thought you'd have a skull face. Like a skeleton.
It must be his glamour. It's really something, Professor. I can't sense you're a lich at all.
Harding?
Oh, no. Was becoming a lich a secret?
So, the lich stuff is true, and you crossed that line.
It leaked? Typical.
Can't stop gossip.
Is Emmerich even breathing?
You needn't speak about me as if I'm not here.
Just tell me you'll keep your skin on.
Huh. That's not how it...
I should take notes.
You look, why don't we just start from the beginning?
Are you satisfied? Yes, I have entered lichdom, and I am not an abomination, or a demon, or a disconsolate spirit. I have become something more. And yet I am still fully possessed of myself.
So you are a skeleton. Got it.
He's also still a friend.
I wouldn't have helped Emmerich if I didn't trust him to...
Thank you, Rook. But please, allow me. I'd like to think some of us have become friends. I value that more than you might know. But I am changed, and I would never cause you distress by staying where I'm no longer welcomed.
You're no weirder than you were before.
I've seen worse with the Wardens.
You all... really?
I think you'll be fine.
Okay, now, question time.
Okay, so if you chose to become a lich, you will get Death's Caress skill and the Lich's Vestige armor. Oh, no, I don't want you. I want this. Lich's Vestige light armor. Detonating a sundered enemy applies quietness. Now, he pairs on a combo of Sundered with Lucanus and Harding. So if you pair Emmerich with Lucanus or Harding often, this might be the armor for you. If the detonated enemy already has Necrosis or Quietus, deal 200 necrotic damage instead. And Quietus is when he applies Quietus, it's sort of like it's an ongoing damage per second to his enemies. That's what Quietus is. And then if you choose that, his Veilguard skill is all of Emmerich's abilities apply Necrosis when dealing damage, and the party's affliction damage is increased by 25%. So that is Sacrifice of the Souls plus Heir to the Dead and Will and Testament, and the 2 types of armor and the skills he gets for your choices. So hopefully you can make an informed decision when you have to decide about Manfred in Sacrifice of the Souls. So there you go.